Good afternoon and welcome to our first round boys soccer playoff matchup. Got your West Deptford Eagles here taking on the Collingswood Panthers. Third time this season these teams are meeting, but obviously today the most meaningful. It's Mr. Seeley here with Mr. Vilary up top. What do you think about today, Mr. Vilary?
Well, thanks for the proper introduction there, Mr. Seeley. Well, we got a game here. It's 3 seed versus 14 seed. West Deptford, of course, being the home team. Last time out against Collingswood with a 7-0 victory. So, yeah, West Deptford's coming in the favorite. But again, with Collingswood, you always got to be careful. Always have a couple dangerous players. This year, their most dangerous player is a forward, Juan Gallardo, who's already got 14 goals. So Coach McAndrew prior to the game said really important to key in on him. But they're not going to man mark or anything like that. Just going to be a collective team effort, team defense, and hopefully keeping him in check. So he's the player to watch out for with Collingswood. Of course, West Deptford coming in, just coming off a real exciting coaches run tournament. Won their first game against Morristown, second one against Middle Township, who could be their next round opponent tomorrow if they can win here today and Middle Township beats Manchester Township. But again, getting to the semifinals, losing to a very good Kingsway team. So West Deptford's coming in good shape, playing well. So I like our chances today.
Yeah, we've got a beautiful day here for soccer. Not a cloud in the sky, maybe a touch of wind, as you can see on the incredible framing over there by Mr. Kirsch. Last huddle before we get this game started. Speaking with Coach McAndrew, we don't anticipate any changes to the formation or anything like that. Outside of those couple of very talented Collingswood players, West Deptford just kind of looking to play their game today, make sure they stay in shape, maybe work on a few things moving forward, obviously without overlooking today's opponent.
Yeah, and there's no need to. I mean, they played really well. Kingsway is one of the top 5 teams in South Jersey. They ended up losing to Cinnaminson in the final, which I was somewhat surprised by. West Deptford, of course, tied Cinnaminson on 2-2 one Saturday afternoon, and Cinnaminson's actually the 5 seed in the Group 2 playoffs. So the team that won the South Jersey Coaches Cup is actually a 5 seed. So as we kind of talk to this tournament, Group 2 is an incredibly tough bracket this year. So you got Delran, who opted out of the Coaches Cup, coming in as the 1 seed. But then you've got Sterling, who we've already lost to once this year. You've got Haddonfield, who we've lost to. And, of course, you've got Cinnaminson, who's coming in off a Coaches Cup win. Middle Township has a number of good wins this year. So, I mean, this is an incredibly deep team. And I think, according to Coach McAndrew, 5 of the top 8 teams in South Jersey are in Group 2 right now.
Isn't that incredible? That Haddonfield team playing their best soccer late, their second turnaround through the Colonial Conference, picking up big wins over these Eagles and also over Sterling. They handed Sterling their first loss of the year, I believe.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And that's a well-tested Collingswood Panther team over there. You know, maybe they took their lumps, but you don't want to take anything for granted here in the playoffs. They didn't make the drive here. I mean, I'm sure the kids were excited they got out of school early, too, the day after Halloween. Maybe a bit of a sugar hangover, we'll see. But they didn't make the drive back up here thinking we're just going to lose. They came up here to try and win and keep their season alive.
Yeah, and it's really important, obviously, when you're coming in as the 3 seed, you want to strike early. All right, the longer you let a lower seed team or higher seed team linger around, create hope, create momentum, it begins to put pressure on you as a team. So for West Deptford, of course, today, the goal, if I'm Coach McAndrew, is you want to get one early on the board, get a second one, and hopefully at that point have enough momentum going forward, maybe demoralize the opponent a little bit coming in to a team that you've already lost to 7-0. But you can see the forward up top, number 10, right, Gallardo, good-sized kid, right? Coach McAndrew said good speed, good on the ball, and he's the guy that West Deptford's looking to contain defensively.
Absolutely. Referee pointing to both goalies, making sure they're prepared, and Gallardo will start the ball back. And they've already got that forward creeping up the far side there. Try to put the ball forward to him. Maybe a bit of miscommunication, or maybe that's exactly what they were looking to do, trap the West Deptford defense. The Eagles do turn the ball around.
And good build here. Good run up the wing there by Hartman. Zuzulak's going to have a good opportunity, hopefully, to get some service here.
Zuzulak with the ball in the box, brings it back to Hartman. Hartman taking it to the end line, looking for the cross, puts the ball in the center. Off a couple of heads, and the Collingswood goaltender makes the save. I do believe that's Jacob Burkett playing goalie today. Collingswood with 4 goalies on their roster, including 2 who have seen double-digit games worth of action, both seniors. Should be Burkett getting the nod, and here is Juan Gallardo with possession in midfield. Sends it to the side to number 8, that's DJ Rudio.
Yeah, good job there by the Cumes winning now. West Deptford on the counter.
Schulte's dispossessed on the side. Collingswood turns the ball around.
And a good start there early. West Deptford was able to get a scoring opportunity. Hartman did a really nice job beating his defender. Good cross. Schulte's got a head on it. Wasn't able to get too much power behind it. Easy save for the goalie, but a good early chance for West Deptford.
Now we're getting a look at the way Collingswood's trying to attack. Looked like they were comfortable keeping that possession on the center of the field and looking for an opportunity to strike. But West Deptford with their own opportunity to strike right here.
Great effort there by Nate Schultes. And again, West Deptford with a quick turnover, counters quickly. That's the goal. That's what they're looking to do. And Nate Schultes does a good job there on the counter, getting West Deptford the corner kick.
Looks like a smart play by Schultes to let that ball go out as it was being challenged by both players. Knowing it last went off a Panther. Want to make something of these set pieces. Set pieces have kind of been our poison the last few games. Kingsway game, goals coming off a set piece. But you want to take advantage of these opportunities if you are West Deptford. Ball in. That was a great ball in right there. Punched out by Burkett.
Yeah, that was close to crossing the goal line on that one.
Big high ball in by Bassett. Hulmes with the strike. Getting choppy up there. Oh, another big save by Burkett.
Yeah, and again, that's Casey Todd there. Luke Hulmes doing a good job there, putting it back into the mixer in front of right around the 8 there, and Casey Todd turns and fires. Good save there by the goalie. Took a tough hop on him, but he was able at least to punch it away. But good enough for another West Deptford corner kick.
Nate Bassett puts that ball a little more of a line drive this time. Burkett comes out to meet it, and all those defenders just punch it back over the end line. Bassett will get set up for another.
And again, both corner kicks put right in front of the goal. Typically, you're trying to put it a little further out, but at both times here, causing enough danger that maybe they're going to keep serving it right in front here.
Eagles with 6 guys in the box. A little more height on that one. Gets past everyone. Couldn't quite connect with Casey Todd at the far post. Panthers try and turn it up around. Schultes manages to keep possession. Keeps his feet. Puts a low cross in. Off a couple of Collingswood players, and they look to clear.
Again, great opportunities there from West Deptford. Collingswood can't be happy with that much play inside their 18. Again, another dangerous corner kick right in front of the goal. Well placed over the goalie's head. Nobody on the far post there to put it in.
Possession by Dom Tate, bringing it upfield. Handing it off to Keith Wayman. Wayman with a beautiful ball in the box to Casey Todd. Maybe just a little too far, but Burkett does not grab it. Waved off by the official. Says Casey might have found himself some space in an illegal fashion. That'll be a free kick for the Panthers.
Yeah, goalie had Casey for a push there. The referee. Goalie probably should have gotten that with his hands when he slid out. Didn't possess, gave Casey Todd a great opportunity, but referee gets Casey Todd for a slight push to create that space.
Clear straight on a West Deptford head.
It's early in the game. I don't want to start arguing, disagreeing with officials.
It's a little early
5
for
minutes
that.
in. I don't know if I saw a push, though.
Must have been down low. We're up a little high to see that kind of thing. Nate Bassett with the ball on the far side. Pushes it up to Schultes. Schultes taking on a couple of defenders. Finds space. Turns the corner. The cross in just behind Casey Todd.
Yeah, that's great work by Schultes, and it's exactly what you want. You get end line, you try tracking one back. Casey Todd a little bit probably too deep, maybe wanted to sit a little higher. Ideally, you want to delay your run onto the goal. That way you can run onto the pass instead of having to stop, reach backwards, and then try to put it in. So if you delayed, maybe hung around that 18 a little bit more, and then he would have been perfectly square for an easy finish.
West Deptford did keep the ball in. Nate Bassett puts a strong boot on it, puts it over the bar. That's a Collingswood goal kick. But West Deptford takes possession right back immediately. Gavin Zuzulak attacking the center of the field. Now they'll retreat a little bit, get set up. Shane Byrne puts it to the side. Luke Hulmes now with the ball. West Deptford just looking for an opening here. Wayman over to Tate. Tateman attacks the near side of the field here. Gets the ball to Schulte. Schulte's with a beautiful receipt of the pass. Looks for some space, opens it up. Goes for the left cross, blocked off by a Collingswood player.
Yeah, good job there, Dante, taking the space off the dribble, played a good ball to Schulte's. And so far today, Schulte's has been a big problem for Collingswood. They're having a real difficult time getting him off the ball.
Now we see West Effort trying to defend the first Collingswood real setup, and they do. Gallardo goes down, grabbing at his boot a little bit.
Yeah, it was well done by West Effort there. Stayed behind it, made the play.
Gallardo limping a little bit, but he is up as West Effort moves the ball forward. Chip to Schulte's, called onside, one-on-one with the goalie. Goal! Nate Schulte's.
Yeah, great ball there by Wayman over the top. Nate does a real nice job staying onside. It requires a little bit of discipline sometimes to wait when you see that space. Goalie held the line, maybe should have come off and challenged that more. But once Schulte's had the ball on his foot, he had the entire left side of the net to shoot on, and easy finish. Gets it done. Well done by Nate Schulte's. And again, you could see he was going to break through here at some point.
You said key to the game was starting early. How's 6.5 minutes in? How'd they do, Coach?
That's a great start. And again, you're creating opportunities early on. You know, it's tough when you come off a coach's run cup like that. Your momentum builds, and you lose in the semifinals to a really good team. You got to pick it back up again, right? So now it's another tournament, and you're going against a team you beat 7-0. So you worry as a coaching high school kids that mentally they might not be ready for the competition, but they're really off to a great start today. I'd be really happy if I were Coach McAndrew. Whereas
Collingswood did not participate in the Coaches Cup, so they haven't had a game in almost a week, I believe.
Yeah, sometimes you try to put a game in. They leave that week open for makeups. So the week before the playoffs, typically you have some open days in case you got a rain out. But if you don't, you try to schedule something to get you ready for the playoffs. Usually, like our girls played Kingsway. Had a huge win against Kingsway this past weekend. So get you ready for the playoffs. That's the best way to schedule it.
Yeah, and even just stay fresh in game action. That the speed of the game can be so much different than the speed of practice. It's another reason you want to attack early, see if you can catch Collingswood flat-footed, getting back up into game speed. Danny Varela puts a big kick out, slips a little bit. Field definitely getting a little chewed up at this point in the season with all the rain late last week, too. Still pretty green, though. Grounds department doing a good job.
Yeah, it looks really good at this point. In recent years, we've practiced less on the game field to try to save it for the end of the season. And right now it looks really good for November.
It is November 1st. Happy Halloween to everyone. Halloween being the only important October 31st holiday. Nothing else going on October 31st, right, Mr. Vilary?
That's what I hear. Schools are open typically.
And here's Gallardo. See some of that skill Coach McAndrew was worried about there. Gallardo taking on the entire defense, and it will result in a Collingswood corner kick.
Yeah, you can tell he's got some skill on the ball. And again, looks like a strong kid from here, so he's not going to get bumped off easily. Gets Collingswood the corner as he got to the end line. So, again, you said earlier, this has been the downside for West Effort so far in the last few weeks, giving up way too many goals off corners. So if West Effort is able to hold on here and get past Collingswood, I know it's early in the game, Middle Township, if they play them, showed a tremendous amount of ability. They've got a lot of height, very effective on the corner kicks. So definitely something, if I'm Coach McAndrew and Coach DeStefano, you want to clean up today and start getting those good habits prior to the quarterfinal game.
That was a bit of a different style corner kick there. They took it a little out further in the box, low driving kick. But you could see all of the Eagles keeping their mark, staying with their man. That's what you want to see.
Yeah. It wasn't the most dangerous of corner kicks, right, where the ball was placed. But
Nate Bassett with a little slip as the ball rolls out of bounds. Again, the field looks beautiful, so that was definitely a cleat issue. The Panthers look to turn it up that far sideline that Middle Township attacked so well last week. Gallardo possessing now, takes it back into the center, passes it off. Oh, and now a real chance. Varela makes the save off Maddox. Morfitt tie. Morfitt tie also a big goal scorer, 11 goals on the season, so that was a dangerous shot. Don't know if he's naturally a left-footed player, but he did put something on that. Varela had to come up with a save.
Yeah, he drove that ball well. Varela with a nice save. Again, West Effort, a little bit too loose defensively there. Tate challenged, the ball deflected off, went right to the Collingswood player, gave him a great scoring opportunity. So in the last few minutes here, Collingswood has actually been gotten the better of the play.
Absolutely. Schulte brings the ball back downfield, does lose it. Little bit of hesitation from the West Deptford midfielders there, trying to decide who was going to reclaim the ball, but it does end up being an Eagle throw-in. David Wright puts it in just over the head of Zuzulak.
Yeah, good win there by Luke Humes.
Definitely seeing Collingswood take more of the action there around the center of the field, not letting the Eagles slip themselves up just so easily. Good ball there. Meant for number 24, Elijah Ferguson. That'll be a Panther throw-in. Ferguson with a really nice throw-in all the way to the center of the field for Gallardo. Gallardo just misjudges the bounce a little bit. Ball back to midfield. Played ahead to Arturo Trejo. Ball back on Trejo's feet. Nope, just off. Official calling for a kick for the Panthers. I didn't quite see what happened
there.
Yeah,
he caught a handball there. I don't know. I mean, his hand's down by his side. It's in a natural position. Calls the handball there, giving Collingswood a decent chance here to direct kick.
Really dangerous spot.
Yeah, again, his hand was in a natural position. It was down by his side. It wasn't as if it was high and disrupted play in any way. Not sure why he made that call there.
Looks like the Panthers are going to have Gallardo take this kick. West Deptford with a four-man wall. Vilary making sure it's set. Gallardo with a short run-up actually makes a pass into the box. Good clearance there by Keith Wayman. West Deptford looks to turn it up the field. Casey Todd with a ball to Nate Schultes. Nudged out of bounds, trying to give the Panthers a chance to set up. Schultes with the quick throw-in to continue the counterattack. And now they'll kind of ease into their offense here.
Yeah, it looks like Kyle's got everybody back.
Casey with the rare triple consecutive header. Unfortunately, not much comes of that, and Collingswood starts to bring it back up the field.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you had it 3 times in a row, it usually means you're putting it right up in the air again, straight up, which isn't what you're trying to do. But again, it shows his effort. Casey's always giving 100%.
Definitely maybe a little something to do with the wind there. Might have been trying to put it a bit closer on goal. Wind blowing it back a little bit. Definitely gusty today as Gallardo carries it up the field, turns it onto his right foot, passes off, had any number of Panthers to pass to, but they can't quite control the pass. And here comes Zuzulak up the side. He's got options. Great lead ball to Schultes. Schultes looking at Zuzulak and Casey in the box. Panther tries to run him off. Official calls advantage. Ball still on Schultes' foot. Just off the Collingswood defender.
And again, great ball by Zuzulak, getting Schultes into space, isolated on the outside back. Beats him, tries tracking it across, but Collingswood's defender there for the deflection. Collingswood now with possession coming out.
Great play by Zuzulak there, following the ball back up to midfield, surprising the Collingswood player. Cheeky pass to Casey Todd. Todd goes near post, just off the mark.
Yeah, great play there by Gavin Zuzulak. That's what you want from your midfield. Collingswood's coming out. He tracks back hard, gets the turnover, plays it quickly to Casey Todd's feet for a scoring opportunity. But that's exactly what you want from your midfielders. Zuzulak's in great shape, you can tell.
Absolutely.
And again, playing that attacking center mid position.
And obviously wanted to be playing in the Coaches Cup this weekend, but a Saturday off. I know the guys had an early morning practice yesterday, followed by a pasta lunch. Nice team event like that. Looking at a short school week right at the beginning of playoffs. They've got to be right in the frame of mind and body you want to be coming into this week.
Yeah, and actually you talked to just identify one of the challenges sometimes of this week is the playoffs always fall under Teachers Convention week. So your patterns get disrupted if you get past the first round.
I was thinking about that when you said how important it was for West Deptford to strike early today. There are a ton of built-in excuses today. Morning practice yesterday, then a holiday, into a 2 o'clock game. That's an odd time for a game. On a day, it's bright and sunny. Maybe you'd expect it to be warmer, but it's a little cool because the wind's up and yada, yada, yada. You got to ignore all that and just come out here and play your game.
Yeah, I mean, you got kids all hopped up on Snickers bars and Milky Ways, right? You don't want them coming down at 2 o'clock after that sugar rush. But yeah, I mean, it's just the hard part that sometimes to convey as a coach at this point is you feel like you're in the middle of the season, but you're not. If you lose, you're done. And it ends incredibly quickly when it ends.
Luke Hulmes with a ball forward. Stopped by the Collingswood defender, but they don't get possession. Casey Todd looking for something to do with it. Pass just off the mark there.
And a tough challenge there by Dom Tate. Late to the ball, gets the feet. Hopefully he's okay here.
Gallardo on the receiving end of a couple tough challenges early.
Yeah, and he's on the ball a lot, so, you are going to. But that one there, Dom, as we always say, he's always coming in 100 miles per hour, and he missed on that one.
A little bit of a miscommunication. Zuzulak tries to capitalize. The Panthers do recover, put it out wide. Schulte's on the ball now. Schulte's with space, just given a ton of time to consider what to do with it. Decides to go up the far side to Michael Montecarlo, who had entered the game. Montecarlo bringing the ball up the wing, goes for the cross, blocked by the Collingswood defender, and that'll be a throw-in.
Yeah, and again, that's a handball, right? So that hits him in the arm. Chicken winged out of the natural position, which is stopping a crossing opportunity, a scoring opportunity for West Stafford. Typically, that's what you're going to see as a handball, but I guess tough angle for the referee.
Well, tomorrow we're going to be up here for the girls' first-round matchup. I'll make sure to get you a whistle so you can call that. Let them know.
Yeah, I have some questions for these guys. So,
big throw in there by David Wright off a couple of heads, but unfortunately Collingswood does get the clear right now with the ball at his feet. Tries to put it to Montecarlo, just rolls out of bounds on him, and Collingswood will turn the field. It's Arturo Trejo handling the ball, passes it off to Pow How. Elijah Ferguson here right underneath us. Back to Trejo.
And again, you watch Collingswood, you can tell they got some good players on this team. They got kids who know how to play. They have 7 wins this season. So I mean, every time you play Collingswood, they always have some kids you can tell have some experience. So yeah, you don't want this game to linger. If you're Coach McAndrew, you want to get that 2-goal lead early. And then what ends up happening too is your team relaxes, and people start thinking about scoring and start playing with confidence. So got to get this second goal here.
Casey Todd earning some space there. A definitive clear by the Panther will earn West Deptford a corner kick. Don't know if Nate Bassett currently in the game to take that one. That's normally his corner. Dawson Tilgman and his fabulous mullet enters for the first time.
I mean, he when he wakes up in the morning, he checks the weather report. He sees breeze and wind. He gets excited, Things are going to be flowing. And that's the kind of ball, too, like when you're the ball boy, you're not happy, right? That when 100 yards down, it was at least a half a mile to get that ball.
Zuzulak puts a big cross in, maybe a little bit too deep. Tilgman flicks it back in the box. Hulmes is there to stop the clear. Just off on the pass to Schulte's. And Gallardo turns it back upfield, marked by Shane Byrne.
Well done by Shane. And again, what happens there? Luke, nice set on the win, but again, turning the ball over on that square pass there can get dangerous and gives Collingswood the opportunity to counter here. But that's a great job by Shane, slowing him down and allowing that West Deptford defense to get behind the ball.
And then Shane directing traffic, tells Dom Pello to go out and challenge the ball. It's a long ball in from the Panthers, corralled by Danny Varela. He takes his time, puts a big boot into the wind. That's a driven kick past midfield. Slips under the foot of Owen Strom there. Strom tries to recover. Got Tilgman on the far side. That's a West Deptford throw-in. Close enough to the box, they'll let David Wright make the run up the field and put the throw in, hopefully do something dangerous with it.
Yeah, we're still waiting there's a lot of confusion here. The referee, I guess, gave it to Collingswood there. Honestly, he was way behind the play. He should be getting a little bit closer to the play and communicating a little bit more clear what's going on there.
Yeah, the Collingswood player called for it at first, but backed off kind of quickly. I assumed it was just in the course of play, like, yeah, that's ours. But evidently not. Gallardo has the ball at his feet now, looking to do something. A lot of little passes there for Collingswood, still looking to do one big thing with it. Ball played back. David Wright turning it around now, being chased by Maddox Morfitt-Ty. Ball out of bounds. Collingswood throw in.
Yeah, and again, with this, it is windy today, and you got to try to do the best you can to keep the ball down on the ground. So with your back, sometimes, again, it's taking that extra second when you have time and finding that midfielder to link you up the field.
Dangerous ball at the top of the box. Pushed back a little bit. Turned by number 6. Alex Fong puts the ball over the goal. Ends the threat, and that'll be a goal kick out. A lot of those Collingswood players hanging around the top of the box just waiting for something to sneak through or a ball to come off on a deflection.
Yeah, and again, if you keep giving them opportunities, it's going to happen. So that shot, again, too easy. You got a guy maybe 19 yards out with a clean look centered to the goal. Somebody's got to step up and contest and make that a more challenging shot. They're fortunate that he put that over the crossbar.
Zuzulak with the header flicks it ahead to Schulte's. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there between Tillman and Monte Carlo. Collide. Now whose throw is this? The official does give this one to West Effort. And now David Wright will make that long run up. But oh no, there's a bag on the field. Don't think the bag's affecting play much. David will corral the ball. Be ready to put a dangerous throw in here. Luke Hulmes, Johnny on the spot with the bag.
At least give an indication to the viewer how windy it is out here today.
Yeah, that might have come all the way from the practice football field, honestly.
I think good pressure there by Monte Carlo, earning West Effort another throw.
David Wright getting his sprints in.
So got Luke Hulmes coming out, along with Gavin Zuzulak.
And Schulte's whole offensive switch there.
All right, it's going to go a little young here. See if the young guys can give West Effort a little bit of a push, try to get that second ball into the net.
Aiden Franza just getting warmed up. Big jump in the box. Shows that he has the ability to get up. You want to see him use that size and physicality. Tilghman puts it back to Wright with the low cross. That's Nate Bassett on the far side of the field. Passes off to Monte Carlo. Monte Carlo's one touch. Clearly intercepted by a Panther. Plays a big ball ahead, looking for Gallardo. Dom Pello tries to head it to Varela. Gallardo continues his run. That's the kind of play that has burned the Eagles recently. You got to get that ball back to Varela definitively if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, and to at least recognize and put enough on it and sort of screened off the offensive player to give the goalie time to give Danny time to get there. But you're right. You want to see a little bit more push on that. You know, of course, the goalie can't pick it up with his hands if it's played back by the defender's feet. So you can if it's with the head. So it's a good decision by Dime. Just want a little more pace on it.
And again, tough with those high balls today. Maybe you think they're going to be in one spot off your head. The wind blows them another 3 inches.
Nice little skilled play there by Gallardo.
Plays the ball out wide to Maddox. Morvin Ty with the cross. A little deep, though.
Yeah, I think he tried to sneak one inside post there. Ended up going over. So, again, West Effort giving up too many chances here, and Gallardo is oftentimes the one creating the play there. So he flicked it over to the defender's head there, maintained possession, and laid one off out into space. And a good opportunity there for Collingswood. So, again, got to get this second goal here. I know I keep repeating myself to try to distance Collingswood. Give yourselves a little bit more confidence moving forward here.
Absolutely, because with just over 16 minutes to play in the first half, if you're Collingswood only down 1-0, now you're feeling pretty good about the state of the game right now. You're right in this if you are the Panthers. Ball played back to Varela, plays it back out wide. Nice little pass ahead to Monte Carlo.
Yeah, nice build out of the back there.
Is West Effort throw-in. Right with the big throw-in, looking to create some space to the head of Tilghman.
Yeah, Tillman trying to flick it back, ends up going the wrong way with it.
Another bit of miscommunication there between Tilghman and Monte Carlo. Will result in a Collingswood throw. They've got possession at midfield. Good challenge by Hulmes. Puts the ball to the feet of Franza. Franza turns it the opposite way, plays it back to Pello, gives the offense a chance to get set up here. Pello back to the middle, gives it to Wayman. Wayman will play the ball across. That's a dangerous pass, intercepted by the Panthers.
Yeah, he went for the big switch there. He just didn't elevate it.
Nothing comes of that possession, but Tilghman keeps the ball in the Eagle half of the field, tries to play it ahead to Bassett. Once again, Collingswood turns the tables. Once again, Tillman puts himself in the path.
Yeah, good pressure there by Tillman. And that's what it's going to take, right? I mean, you watch, I said this, I think, last week, but when you watch high school soccer, goals are often going to be scored out of the scrum. You know, it's often the pressure put onto the back, which leads to a bad turnover, which creates the scoring opportunity. But right now, in the last few minutes, West Deptford's been winning these challenges in the middle of the field.
They just haven't resulted in as many scoring opportunities as they did early.
No, they're not. Once they get to that offensive third, they're not really connecting as well as coach would probably like.
No, a focus of today's game was going to be to try and get as much of the attack coming in wide as they possibly could. They saw that as something they were struggling with previous few games. Even when they were scoring goals, all the attack was coming straight from the middle. So I know Coach McAndrew wanted to make sure they were getting the ball out wide. Gallardo attacking from a wide side here. Turns it back into the center himself. Ball on his right foot. He's waiting with it, and pushes it out wide to, I mean, there wasn't anyone right on the end of it. Now it's Pow Howe with the ball. Left-footed cross. Partially cleared by Wright. Wayman gets a head on it. There's a dangerous ball just outside the 18. Hulme's looking to create space. Pello runs it out, and David Wright finally gets a left foot on it, clears it past midfield. Tilghman now starting the run. Push ahead to Franza. Aiden Franza. Ball is cleared by Josiah Anger. That'll be another corner kick for West Deptford.
Yeah, so Collingswood gets an opportunity there. Gallardo beats him in, gets to the 18. And both Keith Wayman and Shane Byrne did a nice job staying in front of him, not giving him any space to force him to play something out wide. West Deptford struggled with the clear a little bit, but eventually I think it was Tate who was able to clear it out. West Deptford gets the corner kick off of the counter. So, again, been dangerous all game with these corner kicks.
I think that's Nate Bassett back in, puts a high right foot just to the 6. Headed on the near side by Aiden Franza. Goal, Aiden Franza.
Yeah, and again, maybe off the scouting report, the goalie's really holding his line on those corner kicks. So West Deptford just putting it like right on the 6. And easy head and great finish there by Franza. Freshman giving us that second goal here in the first round of the playoffs.
Now, I have Aiden in class third period. I asked him today how many goals he would have, and he said 1. So there it is.
All right, so that's with 12:44 left here in the first half. West Deptford getting that all-important second goal here. And again, Collingswood, if you just tuned in, if you're watching from the classroom here, the teachers, or maybe at work you couldn't get out and you're sneaking a peek in the cubicle, West Deptford getting a 2-goal lead here with 12 left in the first half. Collingswood, though, playing a very competitive game.
Absolutely. That felt like West Deptford's first scoring opportunity in the previous 10 minutes or so, and they do take advantage. That's what you want to see on those set pieces. Great ball in by Bassett. Great finish by Franza. Nice 1-2 from a sophomore-freshman combination.
Yeah, and again, you take out Casey Todd, you take out Gavin Zuzulak, and you take out Schulte. You're taking out your 3 leading scorers. And what happens, the second squad comes in, punches one in off a corner kick, and extends the lead.
And now all 3 of the players you just mentioned re-enter the game, and they've got twice the lead they had when they exited. They got to feel good. Now they're going to look for some opportunities to get a third.
That was solid math by you there.
Didn't need the spreadsheet this time, thank goodness. Gallardo takes possession in midfield, chips the ball ahead, puts it at the feet of Alex Fong. Alex pushes it off to Maddox. Morfit tie with the cross to the center. Big swing there. And Shane Byrne does clear the ball out wide.
Yeah, and again, that was dangerous there. Ball's bouncing around outside the about 10 yards out. Shane Byrne's able to get the clear here. So Collingswood probably's got a long thrower here. Looks like they got the guy from the opposite side coming in. So West Deptford's going to have to mark up here.
That was number 47, a freshman, John Lara. 5 goals on the season, and you could tell he was looking for a way to score with that big kick he tried to put on the high ball there. Gallardo with a fancy move gets around Wayman, puts a dangerous ball into the box. Pello there with the challenge, making sure it gets harmlessly across, but the Panthers do keep possession.
Again, good opportunity created by Gallardo there.
The 1-2 of Schultes and Wright does give the ball back to the Eagles. Schultes puts a big ball up the near side here. Gavin Zuzulak making a run. Official does blow the whistle. Hard to tell if their feet got tangled, maybe tangled him up himself. Might go to the drone footage from Jake Cobb right underneath us on that one. He's hanging out down in that corner of the field.
Yeah, it looked like the feet got tangled up. Good call there by the referee. Nice ball there by Schulte. As you can tell, it looks like he slid back now, playing in that center attacking mid position. Started the game up top. Looks like him and Zuzulak may have switched it up a little bit.
Did the same thing in the Middle Township game, resulted in 3 goals, so hoping to create a little bit of the same magic. Right with the clear. Great job by Schulte, shielding off his player, letting the ball go through, hoping somebody was there. A mistake was made. Collingswood does keep possession. Plays the ball to the far side to DJ Rudio. Rudio carries, little chip, looking for Owen Strom, but the ball does just slide out of bounds, and that'll be another West Effort throw-in for David Wright.
Yeah, and again, you see there with the formation West Effort's running, and Collingswood gets the ball midfield. Looks like they got a little bit of space. You feel like you got some momentum, but there's really no place to play the ball because they've got 6 guys behind it, and so you end up forcing something out wide, and easy throw-in here for West Effort. So you got Keith Whalen coming out at this point in time.
That's Noah Calloway entering for the first time. Senior coming back to the program this year. Calloway immediately gets a touch. Trying to stay with that Owen Strom, excuse me, number 14, and does make the steal. Great play by Calloway.
Yeah, good clean tackle there. Referee put the whistle to his mouth and made the right decision.
I'm sure he'll be very happy to know that you agree with the decision he made. Tough pass there by Noah.
I'm sure they checked the film to see my comments.
This is absolutely what they use. The South Jersey Soccer Coaches Officials, Soccer Officials Association, the NJSIAA?
I think that's what it is.
Definitely what it is. They this is their game tape. Vilary agreements. It's a highly valued stat.
Yeah, there's not many of them.
West Effort with the ball on the far side. Dangerous cross in. Oh!
Oh, we'd like to have that one back again.
Absolutely
Tough.
would. Jake Hartman looking to put it in with the head. Got a little bit underneath it and put it over the bar. Great chance. I think Jacob Burkett would like to have that one back too, going for the punch out on that cross. Maybe should have tried to put a little bit more of his body on it.
Yeah, and it's a tough ball for Hartman there. When they're like waist high like that, he made the decision to go to the head. And just push it over the bar. But when it's at that height, sometimes you don't know which body part to use to put it into the goal.
Burkett turns it upfield. Owen Strom with the carry.
That was out of bounds on West Effort. Good call there by the referee.
Now the ball right back to West Effort. David Wright looking for the throw. Ball boy was still picking up that other ball. He's all the way down the other end. Wright goes and grabs it. Everybody appreciative for the chance to catch their breath here with just over 7 minutes to play in the first half. Wright sends it back to Byrne, getting chased by that freshman. Brings it this way to Dom.
Yeah, good pressure there by number 47. Good step by Luke Humes. Runs into the body, though.
Now Collingswood turns it the other way. Gallardo. Gallardo loves to be one-on-one. You can tell. Just a little bit of miscommunication. He went wide. Teammate was looking center. Hartman pushes the ball upfield. Zuzulak tries to center it a little bit with the body. Intercepted by the Panthers. These are the balls you want to win right here at midfield. Both teams in their formation. Short pass stuffed. Collingswood retains. Calloway puts his body in front of it. Trejo tried to get it through. Nothing doing there. Pello brings it up the side, puts the left foot, chops it back to the middle. Schultes and Zuzulak cross each other, but neither one of them get to the ball. Now Collingswood.
Good win there. All right, so you got Schultes now with a little bit of space. Let's see what happens here. Got a 3-on-4. Beats the first defender.
Beautiful move there by Schultes, bringing the ball up the right side. Chip inside. Looks like Casey Todd might have been whistled off sides from where the official is walking. Burkett was coming out to make the challenge there, but I'm sure he will take the whistle and take the kick.
And again, good move there by Schulte. He's beating the first defender. He's got to sort of delay that run a little bit. He looked offsides on that one.
Schultes does corral the kick. Puts 1-2 touches on it, has it inside the box. Looking for some space. The cross.
Puts it through the goalie.
Goal, Nate Schultes from a tough angle. Just puts a strong ball in off Burkett into the top of the net. That's a 3-0 lead for West Deptford.
Yeah, so again, the ball's played out by the goalie right to Nate. And, you know, as a coach, you really don't want your goalies punting the ball center of the field like that, particularly at that distance. So Nate settles it nicely and ends up with a one-on-one situation on their left back, beats him on the near post. Typically, your choice is to either just drive it to try to put it through the goalie or maybe track something across. He made the decision to drive it, and it worked out well for him. Deflected off the goalie into the top of the net. West Deptford 3, Collingswood 0.
Really great job by Schultes there. The whole play, the trap, and here he is again, right in the middle of everything. Gets the ball, same angle coming in. What's he do this time? Softer ball, looking far post for Casey Todd. Todd a half step slow, maybe even a quarter step, and it's off the post and will just be a Collingswood goal kick.
Yeah, I'm sure Casey wants that one back. Probably could have used his left foot, maybe opened up a little bit more on the ball. Again, in his defense, it's a choppy box in there. You're coming full speed ahead, so just barely misses it. But credit to Schultes. That great opportunity created again by Nate Schultes.
Burkett had to be having deja vu. Schultes puts a little more touch on that one. Now Schultes with the ball again, same side. Mario Mateo steps through him there, does get the ball back. Now Humes with the trap.
Yeah, good job there by the defender. But even Nate Schultes also, he lost the ball first battle. He's lost against the kid. And immediately off his feet, tracks back and helps West Deptford win the ball back. That's the kind of reaction you want to see from your top player when they lose possession.
Zuzulak with a little bit too much on the cross. Bassett tries to run it down, not quite able to get there, and that'll be a Collingswood throw-in with just under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Panthers will make a switch, put the ball back in play, and immediately off of White, that'll be a green throw.
All right, so we got 3-0 West Deptford, 3:38 left here. And again, West Deptford looking to try to get the fourth one here, try to put this thing away here in the first half.
Wright's throwing off a few bodies, comes out to Luke Humes. Humes touches to Zuzulak, back to Humes, can't quite get there. Swings it out wide to Hartman, I believe. Humes puts it in the center. Off of Schultes, played out by Collingswood, and that'll be a throw-in. Dom Tate coming up to take the throw.
Yeah, West Deptford definitely playing this game in the Collingswood third in the last 15 to 20 minutes, creating chance after chance. Well done there. Good. Gallardo, good hustle there. Right, we probably need to put a little bit more pace on that ball. Gives Collingswood the opportunity here on the counter.
Nothing doing, though. Callaway there fighting for the ball a little bit with DJ Rudio. Callaway comes away with it to number 8.
Yeah, good battle there. Ends up turning it over to Collingswood.
Rudio back with the ball. Looks to pass center. Nobody on the other end. Ball played up to Zuzulak. Zuzulak caught a little bit unbalanced, but manages to keep possession anyway. Plays the ball up the side. Back to Zuzulak on a full run. Makes one guy miss, another one. Ball on his left foot, high cross. That's a corner kick. Ball played off a Collingswood foot. And a corner kick, they just scored on their previous corner kick from this side. Gonna look to be doing something a little bit similar.
Yeah, good one too up the field there. Zuzulak gets it to the end line on the cross. The Collingswood defender knocks it out. And so West Deptford again on the corner kick, scored off of this one for their second goal.
Nate Bassett putting his boot on the ball.
And again, goalie holding his line there. So West Deptford's just going to keep serving it into that spot. You know, there's only one guy on the field allowed to use his hands.
What color is he wearing?
pink.
Makes him easily identifiable. I appreciate
So
that.
typically when you go flying off the line, using the hands, gaining possession here.
Bassett, that was another high corner inside the 6. See if he does it again. A little bit lower this time, a little more driven. West Deptford keeps possession. Schulte's at the 18. Back to Bassett. On the left foot this time, lower cross, chested by Schulte's. Collingswood looks for the clear. There's a big boot, brings it up the side. Takes a couple hops inbounds before finally rolling out about midfield. Wright plays it back to Varela. Only 36 seconds to play here in the first half. Collingswood looking for one more attack, maybe do something special before the horn blows. Big boot ahead. Looking for Schulte's off his chest. Fought hard by number 24, Elijah Ferguson.
Yeah, good win there by Collingswood, 15 seconds left.
Ball played back to Ferguson. Goes back heel, nobody there. Callaway crosses to nothing. Number 6, Alex Fong, ahead to Gallardo. Tate looked a little bit surprised that he got some ball there too. 1 second left. And there is the horn ending the first half.
Yeah, good hard step there by Tate. Player's still down. He may have got his toe on that one.
You hope he's all right. Hands over his face. Maybe
West Deptford showing some sportsmanship there, helping him up.
Absolutely. Maybe just not in a rush, knowing it was the end of the first half. He looks okay going off. So 3-0 lead for the Eagles at the end of the first half. No matter how you got there, you got to be happy if you're Coach McAndrew right now.
Yeah, I mean, again, we talked prior to the game. The most important aspect of this game was going to be, one, containing and controlling Gallardo. They've done a decent job of that. There's things that they can do better. There's quite a few times where Gallardo was able to get loose, was able to create opportunities, and also a couple shots. So that's something that they can look to improve upon here in the second half. In regards to the offensive side, they've done a great job scoring 3 goals, creating numerous chances. And once they subbed Schulte's back in, they moved him up top on that right side, and he was able to get numerous a lot of attack. Is that proper? Numerous attacks?
They were numerous.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
But they were able to get numerous scoring opportunities isolated on the outside chance. So, I mean, the score could easily be 5-0 if West Deptford just connected on a couple more chances. So,
but, you know, with Collingswood really attacking there in the middle of that first half, score could be 2-1. So we will take a 3-0 lead, and we will catch our breath and come back in about 10 minutes for the second half. Welcome back for the second half. Mr. Seeley here with Mr. Vilary. It'll be West Deptford ball to get the second half started. Wind swirling a little bit, but mostly at our back. Mostly at the Eagles' back for this second half. Definitely to their advantage. Haven't been running right into it for the first half.
yeah, and again, good start to the game for those of you just joining us. West Deptford scoring 3 goals. Collingswood doing a very good job for a good part of the first half. Done a pretty good job connecting in the midfield. Gallardo, their leading scorer, has done a good job of creating a lot of scoring opportunities for Collingswood. But overall, West Deptford, better chances, better results, up 3-0.
West Deptford goals, 2 by Nate Schulte's, 1 by Aiden Franza. They push the ball up the field immediately. Nate Bassett with the throw-in. Schulte's directing the throw, puts it out into space, looking for Casey Todd. Doesn't quite get to him, but Schulte's gets a foot on it. Run up by Wayman. Wayman puts a big right foot on it, high and wide, and that's a goal kick for Collingswood.
Yeah, good hard step there by Wayman. He's just not able to get his laces onto it, so he ends up chipping it. But again, this is a position, got a new goalie, it looks like, in for Collingswood this second half. So again, bad turnover here by the goalie.
Not a great goal kick. Schulte's with the ball at the 18, big right foot. Strong boot, high and wide, looking for the corner. That's where they were hanging the piñata last week at practice, I believe. He just missed the mark.
Yeah, Halloween tradition here, West Deptford Soccer, the last practice of the regular season. You hang some piñatas up and create a couple teams, try to knock that piñata down. You typically, after a while, have to carve it up a little bit because those piñatas are actually a little bit more sturdy than people realize.
believe the new Collingswood goalie is Lalo Popoka.
Yeah, it looked like he dragged his foot on that 6 kick. He seems to be limping afterwards a little bit. That or I'm just seeing things. But again, that's how the West Effort scored the 1 goal in the first half. Was the goalie just turned it right over off a 6 kick? That was actually a punt in the first half. And again, as a coach, that'll just drive you crazy. I mean, if you're not going to hit it with distance, you need to at least get it out wide.
Schulte's throw-in knocked out of bounds by Casey Todd. A little bit of a miscommunication there. Collingswood throw in up the near side. Hartman tries to turn around, but the Panther was there waiting for him. Gallardo back in his own half to receive it, makes a big run, puts the ball up the side, looking for number 14, Owen Strom. Ball does die before the end line. Real nice touch on that pass by Gallardo. Yeah. West Effort goes to clear, stays with the Panthers.
Yeah, good proper pace there by Gallardo.
No, the official did see that off of White. That will be a West Effort throw-in. DJ Rudio keeps possession for Collingswood, tries to turn it to the middle, nobody there. Schulte's gets a boot on it. Can't quite keep the possession. Collingswood looks to turn it. Rudio wearing the captain's band for the Panthers.
Good build out here by Collingswood, being patient. And again, you can do that against West Effort. They're not going to pressure you too much in that midfield position. They're going to just allow you to try to work through.
Hulmes takes a step there, but as they retreat, West Effort proves your point. Peels back, allows you to possess the ball 35, 40 yards out.
And then again, you create this dangerous opportunity.
Casey Todd up the far side. Ball will be on his right foot. Goes to swing. Players get tangled up. Official behind the play.
Yes, again, I'm not sure which way. Okay, the referee's going to go to Collingswood. Yeah, sometimes, too, the move as a soccer player is if you don't see anything definitive from the referee, just pick it up and make it look like you knew it was on the other guy.
But I did not see any indication from that official, so we were all just kind of waiting.
I think sometimes, honestly, referees who can't see it, they just allow the players. The behavior of the players indicates to you which way it should go.
Yeah, and with just a two-man crew, nobody really in the middle of the field, that can be tough sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I officiate is when I'm up here.
And you do a phenomenal job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Got a 100% correct rate.
Good job of keeping it in there by Casey Todd. Collingswood again, patiently.
Big ball up ahead, looking for Maddox Morfett-Ty on the other end of it. West Effort heads it out. Ball played back to Varela. There's a big clear.
Yeah, again, good patience there by West Effort. Collingswood trying to play through. They invite that pass. Just a tough ball to handle there by Hartman.
Rudio with the throw-in. Plays it back nice and soft to Mario Mateo. Nice ball out by Byrne. Casey Todd fighting for the other end of it. Gets it, looks to turn. Can't quite beat all three Collingswood defenders. But Collingswood does not clear. Hartman with the ball. Plays it to center. Ball to Zuzulak. Zuzulak wide to Schulte's. Got Casey Todd in the middle if he can find a way to get the ball to him. Zuzulak now with the ball on the side. Gets around the Collingswood defender. Comes in for that near side. Plays it out a little bit. Ball still with Zuzulak. Plays it back. Oh, just off the mark there. Quite a scoring opportunity. Great possession by Zuzulak.
Yeah, Zuzulak showing some skill. Beating the defender. Plays it back to Hartman. One-step shot. Going for the far corner. Just misses wide and high. So good attack there by West Effort.
Two big scoring opportunities, both missing the same corner. But you would keep that all day if you're West Effort. You want to keep those opportunities coming, keep the pressure on, give nothing easy to the Panthers. And just as we say, Collingswood keeps possession. Zuzulak at midfield now sends the ball back. Now Hartman with it on the near side. Looking for Schulte's in the corner. Schulte's makes the run. Turns the Collingswood defenders around. Ball on his right foot. Hesitates. Out towards the center of the field. Chips it off to Wayman. Wayman with a low drive.
Yeah, again, good patience by Schulte's. Collingswood did a good job staying in front of him. Lays one off to Wayman. Wayman hits it really well. into a Collingswood defender, but again, really well struck there by Wayman. That's not an easy ball in this choppy grass.
And after you've seen teammates miss a few shots high, it's nice to see him drive a low one, see if it gets bounced around. Bassett puts it in. Shorter kick. Cleared out by Collingswood, but the threat is not over. Hulmes puts it right back in the box, cut off by a Collingswood player. Wayman pushes wide to Bassett. Collingswood player challenges him face to face, does get possession. And ball ends up at the feet of Gallardo with space to run. Gets past Tate.
Yeah, good job there by Byrne. Able to play it out to Wayman's feet. Now West Deptford now on the attack.
Wayman to Zuzulak to Schulte. Schulte's back heel back to Zuzulak. Forward to Schulte. Space in front. Right foot. Hat trick goal. Nate Schulte's.
Yeah, and again, that all starts with Shane Byrne doing a great job defensively. Stayed his position, wins it. Able to play it out quickly to Wayman. Wayman with the ball forward to Schulte's, if I remember that whole sequence correctly. And Schulte's, of course, been tough on those Collingswood backs all afternoon. Finds himself inside the 18 with a great far corner finish. West Deptford 4, Collingswood 0.
And a counter-attacking goal with pressure coming from the wing, exactly how the coaching staff would draw it up. They've got to be really happy with that play and the way they've come out here in the first 8 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, and again for West Deptford, too. You get up 4 now with 32 left. This is a tough playoff run. Assuming you can hold on here, you're either going to play Middle Township or Manchester Township. If you happen to get past that one, you're most likely, if the seeds play out, you're going to be playing Sterling. So this is going to be a really tough run here for West Deptford. So if you can get 4, maybe get the 5th here, you begin to get some guys in who maybe don't get a lot of time. And, of course, you come out with a big win and everybody healthy. That's a good way to start the playoffs.
Looking for that 5th goal. Zuzulak with the ball on the near side here. Brings it back out. Attacking from the top of the 18. Looking for the far post. Can't quite bend it enough, and that'll be a goal kick for Collingswood.
Yeah, good idea there by Zuzulak. He saw it. He just placed a little bit to the right.
Easy kick out. Possible the goalie did tweak something, as you thought at the beginning of the half. Schultes runs the defender off the ball. Brings it back to the corner of the 18. Maintains possession. Gets around 3 Collingswood defenders. Was looking for Casey, but Casey had started his run already. Zuzulak comes in, keeps the ball for the Eagles.
Yeah, and again there for Casey, I know it would take so much discipline to kind of sit and hold and wait. But when that ball is played back, it's just easier to run onto it. If you maintain that space, if it's played on the 6, you could still play that ball, right? You can still get to it. But if you sink yourself in, now you've lost that space behind it. That's where the pass goes. So it's best off to hold off just a little bit, wait, and then when you're running onto it, it's an easy finish.
Yeah, that's 2 now. Casey's going to wish he had back on those crosses. Huge jump by Wayman.
Shane Byrne.
Shane Byrne there to claim it as it comes down. Goal, West Deptford.
So Shane Byrne, it looked like he hit it with his hip, you know. And again, I said earlier, sometimes you don't know which body part to push it in when it's waist high. It was coming right down to his hip, and he just hip checked it right into the side panel. West Deptford 5, Collingswood 0.
And here come a couple of those subs. Tilgman coming in. Franza back on the field.
Got your freshman Hartman coming in.
Zuzulak gives him a playful shove on the way out. Great to see these young guys getting time in a game at this level.
Yeah, and Coach McAndrew has spoken to that as a program. He's very proud of the fact of how the seniors have sort of allowed the freshmen to integrate into the program to make them feel a part of it. Seniors have been going to freshman games and creating a whole program feel. Sometimes at some programs, it's like you have your varsity and everything else is sort of isolated, but that's not what's happening here with the West Deptford team, and that will carry dividends as you move forward.
And you could see it right there with Tilgman and Franza playing 1-2 up top. They obviously are comfortable playing together. Recognize you're part of a team. You're not 4 different levels within the same team or 4 different grades, 3 different levels, whatever it is. Great job by the coaching staff of the West Effort boys soccer team at all levels this year. Really successful season up and down the board.
Yeah, and again, too, it's two parts, right? Obviously, you want to teach the kids soccer. You want to teach them all the things that you can learn through sport, about how to be competitive, persevere, what it takes to be successful. But the other side of it, too, is you want to make sure the kids have a great collective experience. And for Tim McAndrew, if anybody knows him, that's a huge priority for him. And so he does everything he can to make every kid try to feel a part of it. And, you know, if you get those freshmen involved early, you'll be grateful that you did 4 years later.
Great chip in there. Hartman gestures into the box like, why weren't you there? I did a great job. You should have finished that.
Well, you got to stay on side, so sometimes you got to wait, and then you might not be able to get to the far post on that one. But, you know, I didn't have the right we don't have the best angle there to see if maybe he could have gotten to that far post goal. But, again, you go up your fifth goal, you sub some guys in, and you're still continuing the pressure.
Yeah, it looks like our scoreboard has gone out. I'm guessing about 28 minutes to go here in the game, but that's just a guess. Don't know if Mr. Kirsch has that available on his phone overlay, and if not, why not? Collingswood possesses there on the far side of the field.
And again, you'll see Hartman here is a very good freshman player. He's going to big promise here at West Effort. Him and Franz, of course, getting varsity minutes, and as freshmen at a really good Group 2 school, bodes well for them in the future.
Hartman there looking for Bassett up the side.
Yeah, he tried side footing it, just didn't get quite enough spin on it.
You know, Nate Bassett's such an important part of this squad, too. Tough to remember sometimes he's only a sophomore.
That's true. Very skilled player coming in 10th grade. Good win there by Luke. Again, Luke Humes will be back next year also as a junior.
Varela makes the save on the long ball in. He's got no reason to rush. He'll let his teammates get up the field before he puts a big boot on this. It's a high punt trying to use the wind to his advantage. Bassett tries to follow it, but headed for Collingswood possession. They've got it in the middle of the field. Varela thinks about making a run.
Good decision to hold his line.
And Byrne does manage to turn it around, stop the attack for a second. Wayman and Humes in the middle of the field looking at Gallardo. And Byrne just flicks it out with his left foot, ending the threat for the moment. Tilghman makes a run. Ball to feet Mario Mateo. Mateo sends it back to Owen Strom.
Good job of connecting there by Collingswood.
Captain Rudio sending it wide to Strom. Chips into the middle. It's that freshman John Lara again. Now Tilghman has the ball. Looks for a teammate.
Good switch there by Tillman. Hartman making a run up the middle, see if they can get it to him.
Humes does try to get it to him. Hartman continues the run. Small frame uses his body to separate himself from the Collingswood player. Maintain West Effort possession. Hartman looking for something to do with it. Chips it into the box. Franza making a run, gets a boot on it, but it heads just over the goal.
Yeah, good job there by Hartman. That was well-placed ball. Franza, tough one, contested, able to get a foot on it, but over the bar. So Monte Carlo now coming in here for Hartman.
Yeah, it was a switch on the far side, too. See Nate didn't quite see who came on. All right, Coach Vilary's got to get out of here. Still celebrating his birthday from yesterday, 29 years old once again. Going to go get some ice cream cake and open up a couple of presents. And unfortunately, you all are subjected to just me for the remainder of this game. Collingswood with the ball in the middle of the field. Clustered up a little bit there, but it does end up with Gallardo. Dispossessed by David Wright. Collingswood does keep the ball low, shot in. Varela goes to a knee and corrals it. That's what we were talking about early. Juan Gallardo, 14 goals on the season, and you can see how. Even with 3 defenders in front of him, he's taking his time looking for an opportunity. Always looking to pass, though, too, which makes him even more dangerous. You can't just focus on him. You leave someone open, he's going to find them. Now Collingswood with the possession in their own end. Nice little ball by Wayman. Wright sends it up the middle to Humes. Humes to Hartman, back to Humes. Pushes it ahead, looking for Aiden Franza. Franza making a run. The Collingswood goalie gets his hands on it. Looks to turn quickly, decides against it. Goes for a line drive punt. Snuck up the side there. Collingswood maintains possession in the box. Varela comes out of the goal to make the save. That was a dangerous play. That's the kind of play that have burned the Eagles recently. One miscommunication. Somebody stops their run early, and next thing you know, the ball is in the net. So you love to see some decisiveness there out of Danny Varela coming out and making the save. Coming at us. I was ready. Sure, Mr. Kirsch kept that ball in focus the whole way. Incredible videography. Truly an asset to the community. Collingswood brings the ball back up to midfield, looking for a big ball to Gallardo. Shane Byrne doing an incredible job. And now it's flicked ahead. Tilgman with space. Touch to his right foot. Big save by the Collingswood goaltender. Dawson Tilgman saw it there. But that will be another goal kick. West Effort has been dangerous on these today. Looks like they're looking for someone to take it. And it will be Hartman. Hartman going to come in with his right foot, looking to curl the ball into the box. Slips a little, still gets good height, maybe out a little further. Byrne with the left foot. Monte Carlo run off the ball a little bit, stays with it. Good turn by Owen Strom, puts it up the field. Possession now by Pow Howe. Number 9, Howe looks for the ball. Wayman stays in front of him, stays patient, gets the ball back. West Effort settles. Ball does go out of play. Collingswood looking to make a quick throw, told to wait for the subs to get on the field. Noah Calloway back in for West Effort. Be Owen Strom, a senior, 13 assists on the year for Collingswood. Puts it to the feet of Gallardo. Gallardo looking to make something happen here. Does get to the top of the 18. Ball on his right foot. Puts a big shot in. Wright is there. Wright goes to make the challenge. Wright got there a second too late after taking the shot to the midsection. Does look like the official called for the PK. Gallardo's taken a few really hard shots so far this game. He gets up. Shakes it off a little bit. Now the team's getting set for the penalty kick. Varela is going to look to make himself as big as possible. Has to stay on the goal line until the ball is struck. We've seen Gallardo, well, we just saw him put a big foot right on the ball, so you know he can be dangerous. He's got to get power. Varela's going to try and guess right. Gallardo with a little stutter step comes up, goes high. Varela gets a hand on it, but not quite enough. Goes right under the crossbar and in. That makes the score 5-1 West Effort. You know, defense will beat themselves up a little bit for that, giving up a goal on a PK. But, you know, It's a tough foul. Great sportsmanship there. Gallardo goes to give Varela a high five. Varela really gave that a shot, got a full hand on it, just put it right up under the bar. Obviously, you don't want to give up any PKs, no fouls in the box, but that was a dangerous position. Wright just got there a half second late. Nothing doing. If you're West Deptford right now, you look to get that one back immediately. See some of these younger guys working out who's going to have what spacing on the field. Now another senior, Callaway, right in the middle. Tate runs off Gallardo. Collingswood turns the field. Gallardo again, he seems to be everywhere right now. Might be trying to get all 5 goals back himself. That was Elijah Ferguson with the cross. Byrne with the clear. Doesn't end the threat, though. Plenty of Panther players in the West Deptford end of the field. Owen Strom trying to swing a shot in. Gets stopped by the defense. Ball chip. Good communication. West Deptford manages to get their hands on it. Varela takes his time. That's a big punt. Well past midfield. Got the entire Collingswood defense turning around, running. Manages to get his foot on it, turn it back around. Plays it to Captain Rudio. Chip ahead to Aiden Franza. Franza runs into the box, gets his right foot on it, past the goalie, still rolling. Off the post and just cleared by the defense. Hartman looks like he took a knee to the gut on that one. Hulmes chases the Collingswood player. DJ Rudio puts a left foot up the field. Trapped by Dom Tate. But Gallardo gets it, showing off some of that speed. Save made by Varela at the end of that dangerous play right there. Coach McAndrew checks on his injured player. Has him go to the turf. All right, so another dangerous play there by Collingswood. Even though Gallardo's been down on the pitch a few times, you can see he's still got plenty left in the tank, and that was a big run there. You hate when the ball's just on the ground near the 6. Varela doing a good job throwing his body on top of it, ending the threat as quickly as possible. But if you're West Deptford, you need to avoid those situations entirely. You don't want the ball anywhere near Varela if you can avoid it. And especially if Gallardo is just going to try and do so much of it himself. Love to see how the defense can put a stop to it. Do see new goalie warming up on the far side. Might be looking to get every position a couple reps. Hartman gains his feet and walks off the field under his own power. Again, scoreboard is off here. But I do believe the second half started maybe a little bit before 3. So we're looking under 20 minutes to play here in the second half. Varela puts a big boot to put the ball back in play. And that's Franza and Elijah Ferguson fighting for it. Ferguson comes away with it, but puts the ball at Tilgman's feet. Noah Callaway dropping back in the formation now, plays the ball back to Hulmes. Hulmes chips it ahead, looking for Franza. Franza decides to stop it, turn it to Bassett. Bassett dispossessed. Good ball forward. Braden Black with a couple of strong plays here at midfield. Collingswood does maintain possession, puts it forward. There's Gallardo again, ball on his right foot. Couple of bodies in front of him. Looking for a handball, nothing doing. Everything in, as Coach Vilary would call it, its natural position. Trying to turn it back. Togman right there. Braden Black plays it out of bounds. There'll be a Collingswood throw. Over the head of everybody. Big boot out, one bounce in bounds. Great play by Alexis Schlegel underneath. Fantastic. Another Collingswood throw in. Wright comes flying in. Does a great job. And they break Dawson Tilghman on a big run. Tilghman one-on-one with the goalie. One touch, left foot. Goal! Dawson Tilghman. That's got to be a great feeling for the senior. I believe that was Luke Humes with the long ball in. Great ball by Humesy. Tilghman with one touch, puts the ball on his left foot, puts it inside the far post for the goal. That is a 6-1 lead for your West Deptford Eagles. Hard to even call that a breakdown on the part of the Panthers there. They had controlled the play for the previous several minutes. And the ball gets away. Great ball upfield by Luke Humes. Had a couple of Eagles making the run. Tilghman showing some speed. And then a good 1-2 touch puts it in the back of the net. Great response after giving up that PK goal a few minutes earlier. Now West Deptford maintains some possession. Love to see Tilghman loses the ball there, but fights to get it back. Nothing easy coming for Collingswood here. Collingswood just content to maintain possession, look for something to open up. Nothing doing, though. West Deptford just plays the ball forward. Maybe you're hoping a teammate makes a run there. Maybe you're just happy to end the threat for a second. Worked out just fine. It's now West Deptford possesses. Looking to make that attack from the wing. Ball cleared. Does roll out of bounds. That'll be a West Deptford throw-in for Noah Calloway. Spides put it up the line to Aiden Franza. Franza back to Calloway. Just off the laces there for Calloway. Gallardo played it into Bassett. Bassett looked to clear. Looked like the ball might have rolled up, got Gallardo in the face. Couple more substitutions for West Deptford. Looks like Ryan Whitehouse coming at us on the near side. And number 13, Justin Schlegel, coming into the center. West Deptford corner. It's a high corner kick just outside the 6. Byrne went up high for it. Didn't quite get there. Ball stays in bounds by Whitehouse. Whitehouse fighting for it. Chips it into the middle. Goal! Shane Byrne with the assist by Ryan Whitehouse. Believe that might be a first varsity point for Ryan Whitehouse as he fist pumps on his way back to midfield. Congratulations, Ryan. Congratulations, Shane Byrne, with his second goal of the game. Believe that makes the score 7-1 West Deptford. Somewhere around 10 or so minutes to go in the game. If you're just checking in, wondering where you're at in the second half, unfortunately the scoreboard is off. So I'm making rough estimates based on the fact that Coach Vilary had to get out of here about 10 after 3. We thought that would be about the 25-minute mark. Couple stoppages in play for injury here. But somewhere around 10 minutes is probably about right. Hamza entering the game on the far side. Played out of bounds by Collingswood. That'll be a West Deptford throw. One of the things about getting all of these new players into the game, you love to see it, but sometimes they're not quite clear on who's going to be taking the throw in. The guy who usually takes it might not be on the field, and everybody kind of looks at each other for a second. Ball kept in bounds by number 18 for Collingswood, Bastian Pizzatillo. Plays it back to Bassett. Bassett to Schlegel. Schlegel turns it back into the center. Finds some Panthers there, but Braden Black there to corral it. Weaker ball played back to Varela. Played in just too far by the Collingswood player. You see him put his hand to his head, wishing he got that one back. But Varela does have it safely. New goalie for West Deptford there, my mistake. That was Joey Sakuro ending the threat there. New players all over the field. We talked about how tough that could be to figure it out. Who's doing the throw-in? Can be just as tough for announcers with incomplete rosters standing on scaffolding. Few more changes for West Deptford. Braden Black with a big throw. Collingswood carries the ball up to midfield. Noah Calloway with the clear. Plays it to Chase Straczynski. Whistle as Gallardo reaches for his calf. Could be a cramp at this point in the game. I don't think Gallardo's taken a break. He's just been a madman up and down the field. He limps over to the sideline. Collingswood looking to make some changes anyway. It looks like coach is discussing who's going to go in. That's number 17, Seb Chamberlain, coming in for Gallardo. Panthers now looking to get some new players in the game too. Panthers fighting hard all season. Obviously, we've talked about how tough the Colonial is for the teams at the top, like West Deptford and Sterling and Haddonfield. You know, you're putting a great season together. Involves going through a bunch of great teams. But it also means teams like Collingswood maybe rebuilding, maybe just be a player or two shy of exactly who they want to be. That's a tough schedule to have to play. Collingswood, you know, doing their best, picking up some big wins numbers-wise over Paulsboro and Gloucester. They actually beat Woodbury in back-to-back games. Always a tough thing to do when you play the same team back-to-back, and Collingswood managed to shut them out both times. Panthers now looking to make something happen. West Deptford makes the clear. Throw in played back to number 0, Josh Owen there with the ball. Does turn the Collingswood defender around and plays it out wide. That'll be a green throw-in. Ball off the foot of Bastian Pizzatillo. Big run made here by the Collingswood player. Owen makes a good decision to come out and end the threat. And now a line drive punt. Ball goes out of bounds off a Panther. That'll be a West Deptford throw-in. Eagle thinks about it for a second or two, puts it to the feet of Braden Black. Played up the sideline, cross comes in. Goal, Ryan Whitehouse. Whitehouse on the receiving end of that cross. Ready with the left foot, sneaks the ball inside the near post. And that is another West Deptford goal. You gotta love this if you're the coaching staff. Everyone on the sideline so happy for a hard-working senior, getting some time here in a first-round playoff game, getting an opportunity to put a ball in the back of the net. That was just at the end of regulation. Whitehouse manages to sneak that in. Congratulations to the West Deptford Eagles. They look forward to their second-round matchup. That game will be on Thursday. I believe it's against the winner of Middle Township and Manchester. If seeds hold, it will be Middle Township in a rematch of their second-round Coaches Cup game. Because of the NJSIAA Teachers Convention, kids do have off from school on Thursday. So that's a projected 10 a.m. start no matter who the opponent is. Obviously, we will have to confirm with the other school once we know exactly who that is. But we can only look forward to that now because of the incredible job done today by these West Deptford Eagles, putting up a big number on the Panthers. It was tough early. Eagles got the first goal, which is what they wanted. But then that second 10 minutes of the first half, really controlled by Collingswood in the offensive end. But West Deptford weathered the storm. Collingswood did get on the board on a PK. Sure, Varela would have loved to have a clean sheet, but you'll take the win and keep the season alive. We will be back here tomorrow for girls playoff action with another 2 o'clock start. Hoping for a very similar result to today. That would be fantastic. On behalf of the birthday boy, Coach Vilary, as the team runs over to well-deserved applause from their friends and family. Congratulations, gentlemen. As I said, on behalf of Coach Vilary and myself, thank you so much for joining us or watching later. We'll see you tomorrow for girls soccer. Have a good afternoon.